Check you up. Like a thought modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Orange swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, be talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grillin'. Brace in the home when we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Check you up. Like a thought modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Orange swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, be talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grillin'. Brace in the home when we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Check you up. Like a thought modern, y'all. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, know we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Orange swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We callin' plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, be talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grillin'. Brace in the home when we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Shut you up. Like it don't matter, yo. Hey, hey, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rins in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We calling plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they running. Brace in the home and we popping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, hawks fly, Falcons running back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts.
Home team, what's happening, home team? This your boy Blakberry Larez coming at you on a Friday night with Friday Night Live. Well, today we gonna do something a little special for the beginning of this University of Georgia best of all time discussion that we gonna get started. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that good stuff. We're gonna break this down. Well, this is gonna be up to the fan base. If you are familiar with the University of Georgia, this is what you want to be a part of. Excuse me while I eat and talk to y'all at the same time. But I'm gonna leave this in the hands of the fans. Who is the Who is the king of the University of Georgia? Who is the greatest player to come out of the University of Georgia football? Who is the greatest? Today we are going to start with 3 position groups. And we're just going to do a side-by-side comparison. It ain't even a side-by-side comparison. This is not an attempt to break down the players. We're not breaking down their careers. We're not breaking down those stats. We just doing it by name basis. This is a on name by name basis. This is by name basis. We won't be covering how many interceptions they had. Excuse me. God damn. Y'all forgive me. Please forgive me. Oh boy. All right. I'm sorry. I don't usually like to do that, but I didn't have no choice there. But this is a by name basis. We all gonna break this down. Today we starting with the cornerbacks, the safeties, and the linebacker group. So we gonna go. I got a list of the 10 best cornerbacks. I got a list of the 12 best safeties and a list of the 12 best linebackers. out of the University of Georgia. Much like how the radio station, if you're familiar with Atlanta radio, the radio station a lot of years ago, they did a greatest rappers of all time list, and they left it up to the fans. So they did it basically like uh who would you rather type ordeal where it was Lil Wayne and Young Jeezy, and Lil Wayne, you put a one in, uh, you know, they'll have people call in and they'll say, "Who you got, Jeezy or Wayne?" And people say Wayne, then they'll go to the next person, Jeezy or Wayne. Next person say Jeezy, and so on until for like a 30-second clip or something like that. And whoever had the most votes, that's who won out of those two people. Then they'll go to the next two, and so forth. So the way we gonna do this is we gonna do this by 1 and 2. Now, seeing as though we don't have a lot of people in the chat for this, because there's not a whole. I reckon a lot of the Falcon fans that watch your boy, not Georgia Bulldog fans. So what your boy Blakberry gonna do is I'm gonna take into account the chat, and I'm gonna let some more people get in here. We're gonna let some more people get up in here, and when we got enough people to do this, we're gonna break it down. And like I said, this gonna take the course of maybe, I don't know, maybe a month. It's gonna take the course of maybe a month. I appreciate you, John Ted Rozier. Always showing love. Appreciate you, my boy. But he say no, ain't no excuse. Yeah, I appreciate that for real, boy. Hey, John Ted Rozier say the rest of you got to get on your goddamn game. Ain't no excuse for you not to be in the building, goddamn. Ain't no excuse. But this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna put two names on the screen. Somebody gonna be one, somebody gonna be two. And I should have did this. Oh, I ain't gotta worry about it. But let some more people get in here. This is we breaking down the best player to come out of the University of Georgia football program all time. All time. But while we let some more people get up in here, let's go over a little bit of what's going on in the news today for our Atlanta Falcons. What's in the news today for these here Falcons? All right, so Jamal Anderson is in the news again, and not the sorry ass Jamal Anderson who we wasted a first round draft pick on defensive side of the ball. But legend Jamal Anderson is in the news again. He's arrested on suspicion of domestic violence. This is per the New York Post. Former Falcons running back Jamal Anderson was arrested on Wednesday on suspicion of felony domestic violence at his home in Los Angeles. Police told NBC LA that they responded to the San Fernando Valley home around 11 a.m. for an alleged dispute, and officers determined that a verbal altercation turned into a physical one in which Anderson allegedly strangled the victim. Medics were called to the scene, but the victim declined treatment. NBC LA reported. Jamal Anderson has had some history of things similar to this. I can recall an incident with him at a Quick Trip, and I guess he was exposing himself or something like that. Um, I'm not sure about the history of Jamal Anderson. Oh, Facebook having some trouble. We're not being seen on Facebook. Something is wrong on Facebook. But he's had a history of this. What's up with you, Bernard Cantrell in the house? What's up with you, my boy? Jonte Rose just say Jamal was my favorite Falcon back in the day. Hey, that be honest with you, Jamal Anderson is probably who solidified my fandom to the Falcons. Before I was the home team representative, I was fans of other teams. I was an Oakland Raiders fan. Before I was any fan of any team in football, I was an Oakland Raiders fan. And it was around that it was that 98-99 Super Bowl season where I started paying the Falcons more attention. But that was when the dirty, like Jamal Anderson was who really put my attention on the Falcons. He drew me in with the doing the dirty bird dance, the way he did it. I was a running back at heart, so he played my favorite position at that time, and he was that dude, man. But he has had issues in the past with similar run-ins like this with the law, and this time it's for something similar than to what he's had in the past, which is suspicion. I don't know how you can be arrested for suspicion of something, but the law is over the years been manipulated in a way to get people caught up, man, and especially people of color. It's been manipulated in a way to get you caught up. I'll read the report again, but it says and apparently this was yesterday that and this was per the New York Post. Former Falcons running back Jamal Anderson was arrested on Wednesday on suspicion of felony domestic violence at his home in Los Angeles, which indicates that there's no proof that there was domestic violence. Police told NBC LA that they responded to the San Fernando Valley home around 11 a.m. for an alleged dispute, and officers determined that a verbal altercation turned into a physical one in which Anderson allegedly strangled the victim. Medics were called to the scene, but the victim declined treatment, NBC LA reported. An arrest happened. Now I was in a similar situation when I was young. I was living with my girlfriend at the time. We had a domestic situation. And it didn't have to lead to arrest, but it did, mainly because I was too goddamn green and too goddamn stubborn and hard headed to know the shit fuck up. And it led to my arrest. But there was no battery or assault at all. But when you get into it with these gals, and I'm not gonna speculate what happened on this scene with Jamal Anderson and his partner, but domestic violence, when you get arrested for the suspicion of domestic violence, that usually means you didn't know how to shut the fuck up while police was on the scene trying to investigate what the fuck happened. You told your side of the story, they told their side of the story, but you didn't know how to shut the hell up. And a lot of the time, it's both. Both people is in a state of flux and whatever. And you know, the police may decide that, well, we're just gonna take you to jail, and we'll come up with some cocky mangy bullshit for why we took you to jail, and we'll figure that out while you're in handcuffs in the back of the cruiser. That's usually where it goes. The detainment is going to be some because some bullshit like a disturbing the peace or something like that, or failure to cooperate or whatever. That'll get you in handcuffs, get you in the back of the cruiser. Then they'll figure out what what they're actually going to arrest you for. So getting arrested for suspicion of domestic violence means there's no proof of domestic violence, but just because we were called out here for it and you don't want to shut up, we're gonna take you to jail. And just based off of experience, that's probably what happened with Jamal Anderson. But he's had these run-ins before. Like I said, the Quick Trip situation. And apparently he was exposing himself to somebody, inappropriately at a Quick Trip. And he gets arrested for that. And a lot of people say that had something to, I don't know this for sure, but what I heard or what I saw in the news was that it had something to do with him being under the influence. Had some, public intoxication. I'm not sure, but he's in the news again, Jamal Anderson, for being arrested in Los Angeles, where he lives. But let's go ahead and get to this. If you're in the chat, Jonte Rosier, Bernard Cantrell, or whoever else is watching and whoever else in the chat, and anybody after the fact, after this live, you watching the replay. This is what we're gonna do. I got a list, and we're gonna stay we gonna break this up in the parts. I don't know how many parts yet, but today this is part one. We are determining the greatest University of Georgia players to come out of the program in the program's history. Today we're gonna start with the position groups: cornerbacks, linebackers, and safeties. And over time, when y'all gonna hear some names, y'all gonna be like, they played for Georgia. Like it's gonna be some names you hear over the course of figuring out this greatest of all time. It's gonna be some names that you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know they played for Georgia. And there's also gonna be some position changes that you all are probably not, that a lot of people probably not aware of. I know one I wasn't aware of is actually gonna be exposed. I'm gonna expose that today. And I'll let you know when I get to that. But the way we're gonna do this is the first name on the first is gonna be two names. I'm gonna show two names. We're gonna decide between those two. The first name will be the number one, the second name will be the number two. And we'll vote 1 and 2. And whichever name get the most votes, that's who will win out of that versus. Then we'll do that until we get to the last two in the position group, and we'll determine who wins out of those two, and that person will own that position group and move on in the voting, in the ranking. So we're gonna start with the cornerbacks. And like I say, there ain't a lot of people in the chat. So if you're in the chat and you're not familiar with the University of Georgia history and the players that came out of the University of Georgia, if you recognize a name but don't recognize another, that's fine. Or just pick the best one you can. But in the chat, I'm gonna tell you the 1 and 2, and you'll just put 1 or 2, and we'll do it for about 30 seconds. because it's not a lot of people in here, and I guess it's probably just gonna come down to me picking who I would take out of the two, and hopefully we're a little deeper in the in the chat for this later on. Well, when we do round two of this. All right, but first up, cornerbacks. Get a little background music for this. Maybe Big Will, maybe he'll come in later and help y'all out with the voting. All right. First up, Asher Allen and Tim Jennings. Asher Allen will be 1. Tim Jennings will be 2. Who you got? Asher Allen, Tim Jennings. We starting with cornerbacks. Mm. 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 Jonte Rogel say 2. Tim Jennings. That's 1 for Tim Jennings. All right. Tim Jennings was a baller, man. I believe Tim Jennings is still tie. It's like a 4-way tie for interceptions in a career in Georgia. I think Tim Jennings is one of those guys that's tied for that. Asher Allen, though, was that guy, man. He was a baller in Georgia. But sometimes a body of work wins overall. All right. Jonte Rogel say Tim Jennings. I say Asher Allen. Man, I'm thinking about it now. Now I'm thinking about it. 3 Daddy, what's happening? I don't know, man. Damn, I don't want to be getting tripped up on the first one. Oh, man. Tim Jennings, man. He was that guy, man. And Asher Allen, he was more so like a I'm trying to make it even, yeah. A lot of these, once you see the names, once you see the matchups, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to choose, and I'm tripping already on the first 2. I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna take Tim Jennings. I'm gonna go with you, Jonte Rogel. I'm gonna go with Tim Jennings on this. We'll go with Tim Jennings. All right, we're moving on. Next up, Tim Jennings wins out of the Asher Allen. He wins over Asher Allen. Next up, Carlos Yancey, Paul Oliver. Yancey is 1, Oliver is 2. Who you got? Carlos Yancey, Paul Oliver. This one I ain't tripping over. I know tripping up over. I know who I want. I know who I'm taking in this too. Doing cornerbacks for the University of Georgia, best all time. Carlos Yancey, Paul Oliver. Jonte Rogers say 2. You taking Paul Oliver. All right, I'm taking Paul Oliver as well. All right, Paul Oliver wins over Carlos Yancey. Moving on. Next up, we're doing cornerbacks, greatest cornerbacks out of the University of Georgia. Tim Wansley or Wansley, Champ Bailey. Wansley is 1, Bailey is 2. Who you got? And remember, you can take into account the player's full body of work, meaning even they college and they professional. But some of these names, they didn't ball out as much as as some guys did in college, as much as they did when they got to the next level. And this is actually a situation right here between Tim Wansley and Tim Bailey. Tim Wansley was better, and he put up better numbers with Georgia than Champ Bailey did. And granted, Wansley also had more time in Georgia. Jonte say Bailey too easy. Greatest corners out of the UGA. You taking Tim Wansley or you taking Champ Bailey? See, a couple more people done came in. Let's see if anybody want to vote. Put a 1 in the chat for Wansley or 2 in the chat for Bailey. Bernard said 2, Champ. All right. I'm taking Champ Bailey as well. So we giving it to Champ. Champ over Wansley. Next up, Scott Warner, Eric Stokes. This a tough one. This one is going to be tough. Put a 1 in the chat for Scott Warner. Put a 2 in the chat for Eric Stokes. Jonte Rogers say 2. He taking Eric Stokes. That's a tough one here, man. Scott Warner was doing the goddamn thing back in the day. He was there back in the day. He was doing the damn thing, and yes, it is relate. They're all relations. The Warner family has a lot of ties to Georgia sports, high school, college, and professional. And yes, Scott Warner was drafted by the Falcons. I want to say that was like it was in the 80s. I think it was like 1981. Took him like, damn, I want to say they took him like in the 5th round or something like that. Well, he might have been a 80 the 80th pick or something like that. Oh, they tripping on this commercial. Bernard Cantrell, he taking Eric Stokes too. I'm taking Scott Warner. I'm taking Warner. But look like Eric Stokes gonna get the vote. All right, Eric Stokes. Eric Stokes over Scott Warner. Next up, Brandon Boykin, Kelly Ringo. Brandon Boykin put a 1 in the chat. Kelly Ringo put a 2 in the chat. Goddamn track skipping. What the hell? The hell going on with that? Why the track skipping? Oh shit, StreamYard on that goofy shit. No one. Goddamn StreamYard. Who you got? 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 Yeah. Brandon Boykin, we doing cornerbacks. Greatest of all time out of UGA. Put a 1 in the chat for Brandon Boykin. A 2 in the chat for Kelly Ringo. Some people used to hate on Kelly Ringo. They thought he was a little too much of a diva at the position. I didn't get that at all. I thought the dude was, well, no, I thought Kelly Ringo was awesome. That's gonna be between Champ and Stokes. All right, let's see what y'all say. Jonte Rogel say 1. Brandon Boykin. Bernard Cantrell say 1. Brandon Boykin. That's going to be unanimous for us because I'm saying Brandon Boykin too. Boykin over Kelly Ringo. All right. So, that's what we got. That one. Hold on, it wasn't missing. Who I skipped? Paul Oliver, Tim Jennings. Oliver and Jennings. Bailey and Stokes. Bailey and Stokes. All right. Let's see. So Boykin over Ringo. What we had? We had Jennings over Allen. Oliver over Yancey. Champ Bailey over Tim Wansley. Wansley, right, whichever one it is. Eric Stokes over Sky Warner. All right. So we're going to add Brandon Boykin. Excuse me. We'll do Brandon Boykin last. All right. Round 2 for cornerbacks. Paul Oliver, Tim Jennings. Who you got? One in the chat for Paul Oliver, 2 in the chat for Tim Jennings. Who you got, Paul Oliver or Tim Jennings? cornerbacks out of UGA. Who you taking? Paul Oliver or Tim Jennings? 1 in the chat for Paul Oliver, 2 in the chat for Tim Jennings. Jonte Roger say 2. Tim Jennings. It's Friday Night Live, man. We added this to the schedule. There's a new show to add it to the schedule, man. Friday Night Live is going to be more college driven. It's going to be more college driven. We're going to talk everything, but we're going to talk more college than anything else on Friday Night Live. And then, of course, you know how I do. I switch it up from time to time. All right. So we got a 2 for Jennings. I'm going to take Tim Jennings as well. So that's Tim Jennings over Paul Oliver. Next up, round 2. Champ Bailey, Eric Stokes. Who you got? A 1 for Bailey, 2 for Stokes. He said no Hawks talk though. Sorry, guy. You just gonna have to cover your ears or step away for a minute when we talking about them Hawks, because I gotta talk about my Hawks, baby. Let me see. Do the Hawks got a game tonight? They should have a game tonight. They ain't have a game last night. They ain't had no game last night. Yo, they playing at 7:30. Back at home, got them Raptors again. Jonte Rozier say 1. Champ Bailey. Mon D, what's happening, Mon D? Bernard Cantrell say 1. Champ Bailey. What we doing, Mon D, is we are figuring out who the greatest Georgia Bulldog in history is in Georgia Bulldog football. Today, we starting with 3 position groups: cornerbacks, linebackers, and safeties. I'm taking Champ Bailey as well. So Champ Bailey over Eric Stokes. Next up, round 3. Round 3 for cornerbacks. Brandon Boykin, Tim Jennings. Who you got? A 1 for Boykin, or 2 for Jennings? Bernard Cantrell in the house. Monday say 1. Brandon Boykin. It's a tough one right here. Jonte Rozier say 1. Brandon Boykin. One thing I can say, I'm going to say this about Brandon Boykin, bro. Brandon Boykin was going to lay that lumber on your monkey ass. You can't, if a quarterback put you in harm's way, Brandon Boykin is finna whack. He finna whack you, boy. Brandon Boykin used to put that lumber on guys. Pause. Yeah, that goddamn pause shit. Mon D said one. Jonte Rozier said one. Bernard Double Deuce Cantrell said two. Get him Tim Jennings. He say he like old school a little bit more. It's a tough one for me. I'm more familiar with Tim Jennings covering than his hitability. Excuse me. Brandon Boykin wasn't as good of a cover guy as Tim Jennings was, but wasn't that far off neither. We got two for Boykin. We got one for Kench. We got one for Jennings. I gotta take Tim Jennings, man. I gotta take Tim Jennings. I gotta take Jennings. Damn, that's crazy. Cause now we got a tiebreaker. We need a tiebreaker. All right, so this is how we'll do the tiebreaker. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tim Jennings. I gotta take Tim Jennings. I'm gonna go with Tim Jennings, Jonte Rozier. But we need a tiebreaker here. Shit. All right, tiebreaker got to be interceptions, man. Let's see who got the most interceptions. I'm pretty sure it's Tim Jennings. Or should I do interceptions in a single season to make it more fair? You say add two more corners. Damn. We need another voter. That's what we need to get off of Brandon Boykin and Tim Jennings. We need one more person to vote. All right, let me add two more corners. Let me go look at something. Let me check something out. Let's check something out. All right, we can add DeAndre Baker and wait a minute. DeAndre Baker, I thought he played safe. Nope, he played cornerback. All right, so we had DeAndre Baker, and let's see, just for a name to get a name in there, Derek Hatchett. Let me look at Derek Hatchett real quick. Oh yeah, Hatchet was that dude. All right. All right, cool. Yo, Boykin was a special teams guy too. Jonte Roger, you taking DeAndre Baker? Let me put it up in. Let me put it up. Let me put it up. If you're familiar with these two guys, DeAndre Baker and Derek Hatchett, I'm more familiar with DeAndre Baker than Hatchett. So I'm taking Baker. Jonte Rosdell say he taking Baker. Monday say I like Baker, but I'm gonna still go with Boykin. All right, so let's do it because I don't think nobody taking Derek Hatchett. But Dark Trail say he taking Baker. All right, so let's do it like this now. DeAndre Baker. Or Champ Bailey. Go. Who you got? A 1 for Baker or 2 for Bailey? Who you got? Who you got? Monday say Champ. One for Baker, 2 for Bailey. Monday say 1. Hold on, 1? You want Baker or Champ? Baker is 1. Bailey is 2. Don't they say 2? Bailey. Y'all know, man, DeAndre Baker, man, he was showing out in Georgia now. He said 2. He meant 2. All right. So Bob got 2 for Bailey. So I think more about what they did at Georgia than what they did at the next level too. I'm still taking Champ Bailey though. I'm still gonna take Champ. All right. So let's do this. But no, I say Champ all day. All right, so let's do this. Let's We'll do it this way. Since we can't decide on, since we split. Hold on, we got Mon D in here now. Mon D, who you got between Boykin and Jennings? Or did you vote this already? I know I voted it. Bernard voted it. Jonte Rozier voted it. Oh, that was you too. That was you. Then Bernard went too. All right, so let's do this. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. This is because we got the tie on Boykin and Jennings. We're gonna put both of them up against Champ Bailey. So we got, who you taking? Brandon Boykin or Champ Bailey? Oh Lord, they previewing the damn Falcons and Colts game. And of course, they watching Jonathan Taylor draws right now. Why Jonathan Taylor and the dude for Denver look just alike? The pass rush for Denver. Who y'all got? Brandon Boykin or Champ Bailey? Jonte Rozier taking Boykin. Oh, that's a goddamn ooh. Surprising. Mondi say can't go up against Champ Bailey, my guy, but gotta go with Champ. So we got one for Boykin, one for Champ. Wow. That's tough. Shit, it's hard to get out the cornerback room. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like trying to get out the safety room and the linebacker room. It's gonna be good. And we're gonna do this again too. We're gonna do this again. I might have to throw this in on Let's Be Clear when there's more people in here. It be more people in Let's Be Clear. You have to sprinkle some of this in over there. Who you got, Bernard Cantrell, Brandon Boykin, or Champ Bailey? Anybody else watching want to vote? Cast the vote. Or one for Boykin or two for Champ Bailey. Yo, running back room gonna be the toughest probably. That's probably gonna be the toughest. That's why it's gonna be the very last position group. Cause it's gonna take a while. But just so we got to move on. I'm going with Champ Bailey. So it's gonna be Bailey over Boykin. So it's down to Champ Bailey and Tim Jennings. Who you got? Oh shit, hold on. Because I'm a perfectionist. Make sure the spacing right. Who you got? Champ Bailey or Tim Jennings? 1 for Jennings or 2 for Bailey? Mondi say give him 2. Champ Bailey, he been consistent. Jonte Roger said, you said college career Blakberry. I did. I said I'm taking into account everything, but I'm kind of like Mondi. It's hard for me to go up against Champ Bailey. It's tough. Because if that's the case, Jonte Roger, you should took Tim Jennings over old Boykin. If that's the case. Hell, should have took Paul Oliver and Tim Wansley over a lot of these guys too. Oh man, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired on Tim Jennings and Champ Bailey. Tim Jennings had a much better Georgia career. I'm torn. But Mondi say he got Champ. Bernard Cantrell say he got Champ. Jonte Rozier, who you got? Who you got, Jonte? Tim Jennings or Champ Bailey? So far, we got all Champ, 2 for Champ. You had to take Champ too, huh? Yeah. It don't matter who I pick then, because it's gonna be Champ Bailey regardless. I'm gonna go. So it's Champ Bailey then. So we got Champ Bailey owning the cornerbacks room. All right, let's get on to the next. Get on to the next group. On the safeties. First up, Jake Scott, Terry Hoagie. Well, I think that's how you pronounce that dude's name. Terry Hoagie, Terry Hogg. I think it's Hoagie. Who we got? 1 for Scott, 2 for Hogg. Hoagie. Who you got? Jake Scott, Terry Hoagie. This is the safety group. Terry Hoagie. It's 5'11". It's 5'11". Yeah, it's 5'11". It's 5'11". Mondi say get him Jake Scott. Great Scott. Monday, I'm gonna take Jake Scott as well. All right. Do. All right. Next up, Bakari Rambo or Jeff Sanchez. Two totally different eras. Two totally different eras. But who you got? Bakari Rambo or Jeff Sanchez? A 1 for Rambo or 2 for Sanchez? Bakari Rambo or Jeff Sanchez? Jonte Rozier say he taking Bakari Rambo. Mon D taking Bakari Rambo. I'm taking Bakari Rambo. Next up, Rambo over Sanchez. Next up, Kirby Smart or Jeff Hill? Kirby Smart or Jeff Hill? One for Smart, 2 for Hill. Mondi say get him Kirby. Bernard Cantrell say give him Kirby. I'm taking Kirby too. So we got Kirby Smart over Jeff Hill. Jonte Rozier say he takes Jeff Hill. Kirby Smart gets the votes. Next up, Greg Blue or John Little? Who you got? 1 for Blue, 2 for Little. One for Blue, 2 for Little. Figuring out the greatest safety to come out of University of Georgia. Greg Blue, John Little. Who you got? 1 for Blue, 2 for Little. Mondi say give him John Little. As I explained in the beginning of the show, we're not going over stats, we're not going over numbers, none of that. Just off a first name basis. We're just going off a name, whole name basis. When you see the name, who you take. We doing safeties. This is Greg Blue up against John Little. Mondi say he taking John Little. I'm taking John Little too. Who you take? 1 for Blue, 2 for Little. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on from that one. John Little going to be over Greg Blue. Little. Little wins that matchup. Jonte Rozier took Greg Blue. I took Little. Mondi took Little. John Little gets the votes. Next up. Oh, we already did that one. Oh shit, what this bill? Oh, wait a minute. Bernard Cantrell taking Blue. All right, so let me put that as a tie. And we got to have a tiebreaker on now. All right. So that means we got to come back for Blue. We got to put Blue and Little. We got to put Blue and Little up against another, up against somebody else. We got to come back to them. Next up, Thomas Davis Sr., Bill Krug. Thomas Davis Sr., Bill Krug. If you're watching this after the fact and asking your question, how is Thomas Davis Sr., how is he in the safety group for Georgia? Well, that's because that's what he played at Georgia. He played safety and linebacker. Excuse me. He played both safety and linebacker, but the majority of his time there was at safety. And in 2004, he won his defensive award playing in safety position. So he is listed as safety in Georgia. Who you got? Thomas Davis Sr. or Bill Krug? And Bill Krug wasn't no joke neither. Not by a long shot. Bill Krug was that dude. A 1 for Thomas Davis Sr., a 2 for Bill Krug. Who you got? Mondi said get him Thomas Davis Sr. Mondi say get him Thomas Davis Sr. That volleyball be getting real, but with them that girl volleyball be getting real. So competitive. Mondi say get him Thomas Davis Sr. I'm taking Thomas Davis Sr. as well. If no other votes, it's going to be Thomas Davis Sr. over Bill Krug. Bernard Cantrell said get him Thomas Davis. So it's Thomas Davis over Bill Krug. Next up, Sean John. Sean Jones, Ben Smith. Who you got? Sean Jones, Ben Smith. Who you got? 1 for Sean Jones, 2 for Ben Smith. Jonte Rozier said, get him Sean Jones. Mon D say, get him Ben Smith. Doom, 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 doom. Jonte Rozier going Sean Jones. Mon D going Ben Smith. I'm going to go Sean Jones. I'm going Sean Jones. But this one is very close for me. It's so close. They, in my opinion, these two is dead. They dead even. These two dead even in my opinion. But I'm gonna take Sean Jones. I'm gonna take Sean Jones. All right. Round two. Round two. Who you got? Jake Scott? It's a tough one. Or Bakari Rambo? Jake Scott or Bakari Rambo? Who you got? One in the chat for Jake Scott, two in the chat for Bakari Rambo. Yeah, but no, Sean Jones won. Sean Jones won his match. He won his round one. He won his round one. Mondi say give him Jake Scott over Bakari Rambo. Jonte Rozier say give him Bakari Rambo. Two different eras here. Jay Scott did his thing in the day. Bakari Rambo did his a little more recently. Not that much more recently, but it was much more recent than Jake Scott. Two different eras. One in the chat for Jay Scott, two in the chat for Bakari Rambo. We got Mon D going Scott, Jonte Rozier going Rambo. I think I'm going to go Rambo as well. So unless there is, let's get one more vote for Jay Scott. Rambo is going to win it. Get one more vote for Scott. There'll be another tie. Another tiebreaker. I'm going Bakari Rambo over Jake Scott. Just because I remember watching. Maybe it's because I watched Rambo, a lot more than Jake Scott. Maybe that's it. But Rambo was special. Jay Scott was too. Still hold. Jay Scott still has. He's still tied for interception. He in that 4-way tie for interceptions all time. But I'm taking Rambo. All right, so Rambo gonna win that one. Next up. Oh yeah, Rambo was gonna win it anyway. All right. Next up, who you got? Kirby Smart or Greg Blue? Kirby or Greg? Put a 1 in the chat for Kirby, a 2 in the chat for Greg. I know who I'm taking. Mondi say give him Kirby. Mondi say give him Kirby. Give me Kirby as well. I'm taking Kirby Smart as well. All right. See if we can get another vote in the next 10 seconds. Right now, it's Kirby. Moving on. All right, there it is. Kirby Smart over Greg Blue. Next up, Kirby Smart or John Little? Who you got? John Tate say give him Kirby. One for Kirby, 2 for John. Who you got? Kirby Smart or John Little? Mondi say give him Kirby. I'm taking Kirby as well. So Jonte Rozier say give him Little. Oh, he changed. He switched it up. He taking Little. So we got 2 Kirby. We done moved on from the Kirby and Blue. You probably need to catch up the stream, Bernard Cantrell. You probably need to catch the stream up. I don't know, man. I said Kirby, but I feel kind of crazy going away from John Little. Feel kind of crazy doing that. I feel kind of crazy doing that. Kirby over John Little. Right now, they split. Kirby and John Little split. All right. I'm taking. Shit. I thought I knew who I was finna take. Jonte said I came in late on the other one. Let me feel that. You good? Let me see. I'm taking John Little. I'm gonna go with my heart, as Jonte Rozier would say. Go with your heart. I'm going with my heart. I'm going with John Little. So right now we got 1 for Kirby, 2 for Little. Got 1 for Kirby, 2 for Little. Let's see if Bernard Cantrell catch up the stream and see if let him get his vote in on this one. Right now it's John Little over Kirby Smart. Oh, damn. Who is that? Joshua West dragged off floor after injury. All right. Sorry, but no, we got to move on. Look like it's going to be John Little over Kirby Smart. All right. Next up in round 2. This a good. It's gonna be a hard. We gonna have to move on as fast as we can from it, but this is gonna be a hard one. Thomas Davis Sr., Sean Jones. Who you got? 1 for Thomas Davis Sr., 2 for Sean Jones. 1 in the chat for Thomas Davis Sr., 2 in the chat for Sean Jones. This a tough one. I'm telling you now, I'm torn. I'm telling you now, I'm torn. Monday said, give him Thomas Davis Sr. Bernard Cantrell say, give him Thomas Davis Sr. I know what's going to make my mind up. I know what's going to make up my mind. But right now, we got 2 for Thomas Davis Sr. We ain't got none for Sean Jones. Jonte Rozier say 1. So it's unanimous because I was going with Thomas Davis Sr. as well. So we got Thomas Davis Sr. over Sean Jones. All right, round 3. Round 3 for safeties. Thomas Davis Sr. or John Little? Who you got? A 1 in the chat for Thomas Davis Sr., 2 in the chat for John Little. One in the chat for Thomas Davis Sr., 2 in the chat for John Little. 1D with Thomas Davis Sr. Who you taking? Thomas Davis Sr. or John Little? Bernard Cantrell say Thomas Davis for him. So that's 2 for Thomas Davis, none for John Little. I'm taking Thomas Davis as well. Ooh wee, boy. Y'all just wait till we get the different position groups going up against one another. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Who you got? 1 in the chat for Thomas Davis, 2 in the chat for John Little. I'm taking Thomas Davis Sr. So far we got 3 for Thomas Davis Sr. Got 3 votes for Thomas Davis. Jonte Rogel said give him John Little. Like I say, it's hard to go away from John Little, bro. It's hard. It is. It's tough. But I'm taking Thomas Davis Sr. I'm taking Thomas Davis. So, Thomas Davis in the final round against none other than the legendary Bakari Rumbo. Kushido, what's happening? One in the chat for Thomas Davis. 2 in the chat for Bakari Rumbo. Who you taking? This is the final round for safeties. This is the final round for safeties. It's between Thomas Davis and Bakari Rumbo. Who you got? Who you got? Thomas Davis or Bakari Rumbo? Kushido say what that bracket look like. The safety groups, first matchup was Jake Scott versus Terry Hoagie. The first round was Jake Scott versus Terry Hoagie. Bakari Rambo versus Jeff Sanchez. Kirby Smart versus Jeff Hill. Greg Blue versus John Little. That was a tie. Thomas Davis versus Bill Krug. And Sean Jones versus Ben Smith. The second round was Jake Scott versus Bakari Rambo. Kirby Smart versus Greg Blue and John Little. John Little came out of that. Thomas Davis versus Sean Jones. Bernard Cantrell said this one hard, but he going Thomas Davis. Jonte Rosier said get him Bakari Rambo. Mon D say he gonna say one because he plays different positions. Kushido say get him Rambo. Yeah. It is tough, low key. This one was tough. And it don't matter what I say, because even if I said Thomas Davis, the votes gonna go to Bakari Rambo. So Bakari Rambo owns the safety group for safeties. So we got Champ Bailey owning the cornerback room. We got Bakari Rambo owning the safety room. And because we push for time, we ain't going to be able to get the linebackers today. So we going to add linebackers to next Friday Night Live roundup. And it'll be in line with defensive line and offensive line. Y'all make sure you share this out. Share this out on your Facebook, on your X, on your Instagram. Let's get the word out that we figuring out who the greatest Georgia Bulldog of all time is. Do your boy a favor and share this out on your respective platforms. Because she don't say, I'm going to be on time next week. We're going to do it at 4 o'clock, man. 4 o'clock. Friday Night Live is 4 o'clock. I know some people say that ain't nighttime. It is for me, goddammit, because I don't have a nighttime or a daytime. I just know the sun up or the sun down and my eyes closed or my eyes open. I don't know. That's just how it go. But Friday Night Live is at 4 o'clock on Fridays. We're going to pick it back up with the linebacker group. We'll also be doing defensive linemen and offensive linemen next week on Friday Night Live. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all make it do what it do. Share this out. If you're watching this on the replay. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button, but hit that share button for your boy too. Share this on Instagram. Share this on with whatever you want to share it on. Facebook. Share it on your respective platforms, man. And I appreciate the love you give. It's all love, all respects, man, and all praise to the Most High. Y'all make sure y'all hold it down, stay safe out here in these streets, and make it do what it do. Catch me on the flip side, home team. Peace.